Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net. Emphasis, of course, on the .net. This is my logo, Phoenix Rampant and Phoenix Rising. I'm doing things a little bit different. It takes me an hour and a half to do 4 signs. So I'm going to do Earth and Water together, and I'm doing Fire and Air together. Should be interesting, fire and air, because fire makes air, or air makes fire combustible, and earth washes away water. But they also, in my mind, they're also more closer together than the other 2 signs. So I'm probably wrong, but it's just the way I think. So today I'm going to do the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'll probably go on a little longer because there's a little more to say when you've got two energies together. So the first sign is the inner child. And I think the third is about, this is for July 3rd, 2023, by the way. For the third, it is about healing, self-healing. And the Princess of Cups is of the wise inner child. It's not the, I'm going to make you do it, inner child of the sword, but it's the wise inner child. And she will pull things up for you to look at, and it is to your benefit to look at it, honestly. And a flash card is the star. The star energy, it wants you to be as whole and healed as possible. At least the new feminine energy that's coming in with the goddess energy would like you to be as healed and as clear and as conscious as you can be. Which means you get the Devil card, that it is to your benefit to look at yourself and see reality. I spend a lot of time when I talk to people seeing how they cannot see how wonderful they are, how they can only go, oh, but I'm not that. But the truth is, everybody's that. Everybody's bright and shiny and big. And you have to allow yourself to see that this is an important part of who you are. Why? Because when you think small, you can only do small. When you think bright and shiny, then you can do bright and shiny. And I tell people this, and if you are 100% positive in this in a particular area, because nobody's 100% for everything, or even 90%. And somebody comes along and says, wow, you're pretty good, you're pretty magnificent. You go, thank you, no. That's nice of you, but no, I'm not really that good. Then you go from that 90% down maybe to 50% that you have accepted. Instead of being 90% powerful and strong and able to help and do things for everybody, including yourself, you've negated it to 50%. And you're going, oh yeah, but what about my fat ego? What about your fat ego? With you, if it's the truth, you accept it in, and then you take the rest of it and put it into the Mother Earth. She's strong. She'll take it. Because you are, by accepting the whole of it, you're helping everybody, everything grow and become more. So you never want to negate, you're really good. You want to accept it, say thank you very much, I do appreciate that. And then you take it and put it into the earth. Again, because of the razor's edge. It's very hard to stay on the razor's edge, and the way you fall off is by having your ego run around and act like an idiot. All right, so never say no to a really positive You did well. You just afterwards you just put it into the earth, and that is a very powerful way of dealing with life. What we want you to do, and this is the Three of Wands, is accept who you are. So accept the responsibility of who you are, and that is the negative and the positive, because it's not easy. One of the first signs that you're growing is to say, okay, that person hurt me, but what did I do in myself to accept that hurt? But it's also the same as that person praised me, and I rejected it. What's in me that can't handle that? So it's when you take responsibility for your actions that is the first sign that you are growing rapidly on your spiritual journey. Honestly, yes, 10 of Wands, it is a lot of work. There is a lot that you have to deal with, and a lot of it is changing a concept of what we've been trained to believe through societal norms. Once we can step out of society says we have to, then we become aware of who we are and accept responsibility for ourselves. Not society says we have to, but we are responsible for our actions, the good and the bad and the ugly. And I don't know exactly where ugly falls in karma, but yeah, I'm sure there's something in there about that. But it takes a lot of work. We don't have courage here, but we don't have courage here, but it does take a lot of courage. It also takes time to see things clearly. This is the Eight of Swords. It takes time to see things clearly. So yes, we may know that there's something happened. We may know that there's a way out, but we have no concept of how to do it. That's when you ask your guides. You go, hey guides, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. Then you forget about it, because worrying about it just keeps the answer out of your head. The zip of your mind prohibits you from getting the answers, because with your talking too much, can you hear what other people or other entities are saying? Not really. So we just keep on calming our minds and allowing and asking for support, because it is a free will universe. You don't ask, you can't. The angelics or the guides or the ancestors cannot help. So you ask. When it's a really horrible day, you ask every 15 minutes. And you will find at the end of it, there is some kind of light. It might not be the light you're expecting, and I can almost guarantee it will not be the light you're expecting, but it might be the exact light you're looking for. So again, how do you do it? This is a feminine form of intuition. You calm your mind. You allow it to come to you. The masculine form is you go looking, go searching for it. It's very valid. Both of them are very valid. Just two different techniques for dealing with the same thing. What we're aiming for on the 3rd is the Empress. That is abundance. It's receptive abundance, receiving abundance, allowing ourselves to be more, because we have accepted who we are. Again, it goes back to, that's my cup keeps getting in the way. It goes back to being responsible for our actions, the good and the bad. So when we can accept both positive and negative, we should be able to change our thinking process, of course, because the chatter mind is going to keep your abundance away from you. But you're allowing it to come in, and then you want to allow it to come in with both both the head and the heart in sync. Actually, it's more like the heart and the head in sync, because the heart is the master, the head is the servant. But if you want to be in sync together, know exactly this is going to happen. I have no qualms about it. When it happens, cannot guarantee, because the universe has its own agenda, and we are not privy to it all the time. What will this bring us to? It will bring us to a balancing or of a balancing of energy. It will bring us to a marriage of two equals. They're going to be different. Equals don't have to be the same. Never forget that we don't want to marry ourselves. We want to marry somebody who looks at us and is a mirror to us. And we don't need the sameness. We really don't. But it will bring you to a 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is happiness. And people forget that we need to be happy. That is, it's almost like we need happiness. It's like food and water, and a place over our head. It's almost as important as that. We need to be happy, and when we're happy, we allow ourselves to bring more joy into our lives. And the more joy in our lives, the better life is. It doesn't get easier, but it gets smoother, if that makes sense. We still have the ups, we still have the downs, but it's smoother sailing. All right? Allow it to come into your life. Allow yourself to be in joy and happiness. All right? So with that, I'm going namaste, namasko. I love you, and you I do love. Bye.